off an 11-3 week last week here at Daily Dingers. Welcome in Monday, May 19th for a fresh week. New episode of Daily Dingers brought to you by Better and Green. Three more baseball plays coming up here. Like I said, 11-3 last week. Did really, really well on the show. Got to go back and figure out the full record of the show. I know the first 2 weeks were awful, so I don't even think we're back at 500 after that great week, but we're getting close. Been really seeing the board well in the MLB, so looking forward to another week, another day betting baseball. Over the weekend, lost one official play on the Dodgers yesterday. I just thought I boosted them to like minus 184. I thought it was decent value on them not to get swept at home by the Angels. More of a system play there. Didn't get there, but I think over the span of the year, making those kind of system plays, I'll be fine. And then had two unofficial plays on Saturday, both half unit plays that I just kind of felt in my gut. One on the Mets plus 118 money line, lost on the Padres first five team total on Saturday, so small victory there. But a couple plays, I really like the board tonight, so I'll just get right into it here. First game we're looking at 6:45 Eastern start time. The New York Mets heading to Boston for a three-game series against the Red Sox. Boston plus 110, home underdogs here. On the mound, we have Kodai Senga going for the Mets, Hunter Dobbins for the Red Sox here. And I'm looking to play the Red Sox, home underdogs. So you look at the Mets, first of all, like to fade the team who was on the road Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN, now having to travel. Given they're only going from New York to Boston, lost that game last night 2-8, which that game was tied 2-2 before I believe the eighth inning. The Yankees blew it wide open, getting 6 runs there. So kind of disappointing for the Mets now. That was a big, obviously the Subway Series, big series here. So kind of a letdown spot heading to Boston off the Sunday night loss. Meanwhile, you have Boston, who has really struggled as of late. They've lost 5 of their last 6. Swept by the Tigers on the road, come back home, lose 2 out of 3 to the Braves here, but really like the spot, really like the price for Boston. I think you get the pitching edge here with Dobbins on the mound. Again, kind of a fade on the Mets. Coming off that disappointing series, disappointing game, late game yesterday. I think plus 110 on the Red Sox is a really fair price. I look for them to bounce back here, get a win at home against the Mets. So Red Sox plus 110 money line is my first play. 7:40 Eastern start time. This one's pretty gross, but let's get to it. Baltimore Orioles head to Milwaukee to face the Brewers for a three-game series here. Pick'em price, minus 110 both ways for Baltimore and Milwaukee, and I unfortunately want to play Baltimore here. Almost played Baltimore yesterday to avoid getting swept by the Nationals, but could not justify laying a minus 190 price on them. So thankfully, held off playing them. If it was minus 140, I would have played it, and just wasn't the right side at all. But really kind of like the spot here for Baltimore. So they're off getting swept at home. 6-game homestand, swept. They fired their manager Saturday morning, then lost their next 2 to the Nationals, but now they get on the road. I really think that's a huge piece to this equation here. Their fan base has to be livid, unhappy at their games, and they get to hit the road for an extended 7-game road trip here, and I think that's a big positive. New management, get those 2 series behind them, and kind of start on a fresh foot. So really like that side for the Orioles. Meanwhile, you have the Brewers, who are continuing their homestand. Just got their first win at home of this current stand here. They dropped their first 2 to the Twins before finally breaking that Twins winning streak yesterday and getting the win there 5-2. So I think they're pretty relieved after getting that win against the Twins here. I think they're looking at the Orioles as kind of a breathe easy spot, as the Orioles have really sucked this year. I mean, they're 15-30. Not good whatsoever. So I expect a huge effort here for Baltimore. I really like the spot for them. And then you have 71% of tickets being written on the Brewers. It's dropped from a minus 120 to a minus 110. So reverse line movement coming in here. Very hard to play the Orioles right now, but it's a spot I absolutely love. If I'm ever going to jump in with them, this is it. So Give me the Orioles minus 110 on the money line. And then same start time here, 7:40 Eastern. The Cleveland Guardians head to Minnesota to play the Twins. Twins a minus 140 home favorite, looking to bounce back after that first loss. Guardians plus 118 on the road, and that's the way we're looking. We're taking the dog here with Cleveland. Cleveland off us getting swept themselves, dropped 3 in a row in Cincinnati against the Reds. Reds now with the longest winning streak in baseball after the Twins lost. But now they head out to Minnesota to play the Twins. Big piece of this cap here. They're off 3 games on the road. They have 7 games left on this road trip. 3 against the Twins, 4 against the Tigers. Massive, massive divisional stakes at hand. It's obviously very early in the season, but the Guardians need to pick up a few wins here to keep pace with the Twins and the Tigers in that series. So I really think they're coming in focused to this game. I think the price is fair on the Guardians here. And meanwhile, the Twins, like I said, their winning streak snapped yesterday. Haven't lost since May 2nd. Finally lose a game on May 18th. So over 2 weeks there of not losing. Finally lost against the Brewers. And I think that, that kind of that ends the momentum there. I think they're might start losing a couple of games going forward. Usually when a team's on a big streak and they lose one, I kind of look to them to lose their next game as well. It works in hockey, works I think in baseball as well. So don't really love the spot for the Twins. I think they're extremely happy with their streak. They had a road trip where they were able to win 6 of the 7 on the road. Now they're back home. First game back home in quite some time. I think it's a poor spot for the Twins here. Kind of a let-up spot. I think the Guardians come into the series and get a nice win in that game 1 there. So Guardians plus 118. I think it's a really nice price. I will be back in Cleveland on the road against the Twins. And that will do it, guys. Just to recap here, we have Boston plus 110 at home on the money line. We have the Orioles minus 110 on the road money line, and then the Guardians plus 118 road dogs on the money line as well. Again, really like this card. Kind of lean the Dodgers, kind of lean the Athletics. A couple other sides in there that I'm looking at. So, as always, follow me on Twitter at eBainbridge26 for all of my official plays. And guys, if you do enjoy this content, please subscribe, like the video, comment below, let me know your favorite play for tonight, games you want to have broken down tomorrow. I will do that. If you have a certain game, certain series you want me to look into, let me know. That'll wrap it for Monday, May 19th, guys. Have a profitable night, and we'll see you in Tuesday's episode. Thanks for watching.